Hi, thanks for watching. It's the Lipstick Gal, and I wanted to continue my empties. I didn't realize I had so much stuff until I got into it. But I know that some people, a certain point, you get past 15 minutes, I ain't gonna watch you anymore. You talk about something like trash for too long and they check out. So if you really are interested, this is the second half of my empties. There's not that much, shouldn't be that long. Let's jump into it. First thing that I can tell you, I live for a beauty blender. And I went through a whole box of these. I always buy them when they're on sale during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale or the VIB sale. I spend so much, I'm always Rouge. Or Macy's sometimes will put all of their beauty products on sale, 15% off. I think they do it twice a year. And I've been getting some really great deals from Macy's. I picked this one up at Macy's last summer during that time. And I know you're supposed to go through your beauty blenders every month. And I think that's marketing. I wash mine really well. I make sure that they get completely sterilized. And I find that I can stretch a beauty blender out to about every 2 to 3 months. So for me, it takes me a little bit longer to get through something like this, but I got through this a long time ago and I love them. I have used other beauty sponges, but I don't like anything as well as this, so I never pay full price, $20, $40, $60, because they're $20 each if you get them individually. I always buy them in a pack, and I always get them on sale. From me to you, it's a good idea. All right, a couple of products from The Ordinary. I discovered The Ordinary about 1.5 years ago, and it has completely changed my skincare. I used to use Curology. Curology is a monthly subscription to prescription skincare. So you have a conversation with the dermatologist over email or chatting or what have you. They find out what you're working on and they send you something. And you basically get a bottle every 3 months, but every month you're charged $30. So it's $90 a bottle. It's a very pricey piece of skincare. My problem I was having was a lot of cystic acne and hormonal acne. And not a lot, but every month as this one was healing, another one would crop up. As this one was starting to go down, I get 3 more over here. Some of them were really, really big, like the volcano of cystic acne that's just going to erupt and go everywhere. And some of them were just your regular everyday ones. 5 or 6 days later, they start to calm down and they go away. But then I would also have the scarring, post-scarring from that. So that was helping me with. And I found out that my prescription included 3 specific ingredients. One of them was alpha-arbutin, one of them was niacinamide, and the other was azelaic acid. And when I found out that The Ordinary had all of those individually sold at less than half the price of 1 month's prescription in 1 ounce packaging, I said, why pay for the other? So I started using Ordinary products. This right here is the azelaic acid. This comes kind of in an emulsion or a cream, and it's a multifunctional brightening formula. I used this at night. It worked really, really well. I switched my skincare about a month ago to try out a few new products. It didn't work for me, so I ended up with a really large zit here, like those deep painful cystic ones. It's gone now. I'm still dealing with the aftermath of the scarring from it. But when I switched back to what I've been using, I haven't had a problem even during that time of the month. We all know what that is. So I really do already have repurchased the azelaic acid. This right here is their magnesium ascorbyl phosphate 10%. It's a brightening hydrator with vitamin C, a stabilized vitamin C. So the problem that I had with this wasn't really a problem. It was that I found a better way to incorporate hydration and vitamin C into my current use. There are a couple of face creams and serums that I love. So The Ordinary came out a couple of months ago with a vitamin C powder, 100% L-ascorbic acid. Comes in a little tiny jar. Jar is about this size. You screw off the lid. There's a little tiny plastic scoop in there so you get the perfect amount. You mix that in with a cream, a serum, a hydrator, whatever it is that you want, an oil, and then you put that on your face. And that I love, it works so well. And because it is a powder, you don't ever feel any of the granules, even though you think that you might. It completely dissolves in whatever you put it in, and it feels really beautiful on the face. So I like that better. I also wasn't very fond of this as a hydrator. I tend to like their serums and their acids more than their hydrators. So I use those, and because this was supposed to be some sort of a moisturizer as well. I didn't find that I liked it as much. It wasn't as cosmetically elegant as other things. So I'm kind of picking and choosing what I like from the Ordinary line. And I've tried, I think with maybe the exception of 3 items, everything they sell. And I love most of it. And I use some here and some there depending on what my skin needs are. But I couldn't recommend the Ordinary enough. A lot of it is you have to know what your skin needs. You have to know what ingredients those are and what combinations will work best. Sometimes it's a little trial and error, but it's so inexpensive, I think it's worth it. Another thing that I finished is this product from Mezone. It is a Korean brand. It's their Black Snail All-in-One Cream. And this is fantastic. I guess there is just a little bit left here in the jar. Let me see if I can scrape some out. It's in the corners. It has this kind of stringy, it doesn't feel stringy. It looks stringy, and that's the snail mucin. What I love about snail products is that I learned a long time ago that that trail of slime that they leave is a barrier between them and whatever surface they're on. It also can, if that whatever surface they're on injures them, scrapes them if they're going across cement or something, it helps to heal that really quickly. And these snail mucin or snail essence products do the same for your skin. Now, there's a couple of different lines of the snail cream from Mezone. There is a snail all-in-one repair cream, which works really well. This is a step up from that. This is their Black Snail All-in-One Cream. This is more expensive, more luxurious, doesn't have an odor, does miracles for my skin, and is on my repurchase list. I have a couple of other open jars that I was trying out, and once I get through those, I'll go back to this. Another item that I finished up, and I don't know that it'll be a repurchase for me because I found a less expensive option that works just as well, if not better. But I have been a huge fan of Charlotte Tilbury. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Eye Rescue. And this is, how many fluid ounces? It's a half an ounce. It's 0.5 ounces. And there's very little. If you look at the packaging, you can see right here at the bottom, there's this little tiny well. And the rest of it is packaging. So you think you're getting a lot. You're not really getting that much. And they say you only need the size of a grain of rice for both eyes. I found that was never enough for me. I'm 43 years old. I want to make sure that I don't have more wrinkles than I should. I know that I'm past the point of, those gorgeous 20-year-olds on YouTube who have perfect skin, no pores, and no crinkles. Things settle in my crinkles, and I need them to be hydrated and bouncy and plump. This did make them bouncy and plump, but it says it's supposed to revive, rejuvenate, and turns back the clock. I never felt that it turned back the clock. Very few products do that for me. And I'm willing to age gracefully. I just want to make sure that if I'm paying nearly $70 for an eye cream, it offers a little bit more than this. I would recommend this if you love the Charlotte Tilbury line. I also am trying to finish up a jar of her Magic Cream, which is fabulous and beautiful and my skin loves so much. But my pocketbook doesn't at $100 a jar. So yes, I recommend Charlotte Tilbury. If you have the money and you love her as a makeup artist and you love her brand, go for it. I'm not saying it's not good. It's not worth the money. It is. But I need less expensive ways to keep my skin happy. This is a beautiful cream. Packaging is everything with this. I mean, look at this. Just so gorgeous. But I can't find a way to financially afford it anymore. The last jar that I have for you is from the company Claire's. This is another Korean company. It's their Midnight Blue Calming Cream. And this one, I don't think there's anything left in here. I scooped it all out. Actually is pale blue. And that's because of the ingredient, what is it? Guaiacylene. And that guaiacylene helps to keep the redness out of your skin. So if you tend to have sensitive skin, if you tend to have problems in the sun where you start to get pink or red or what have you, I find that when I use this, it takes a lot of the redness out of my skin. And normally I have a lot of redness around my nose, on my chin, and down both sides of my face, right here. I have a lot of brightness in my cheeks naturally that gets covered up with foundation or concealer, and then I put on whatever color blush I want. But I find that this helps bring down the redness. I don't need as much color correction for redness around my nose or down here when I use this. And I have another jar of it, but I'm not going to open it until I'm done with what I have. I love this though. I already have another one. I would recommend this. If you're trying to fight redness, this is a great way to do it. It's a very soothing, hydrating cream. I went through 2 minis of the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I love Fix Plus. I have another 3rd mini that I'm trying to finish because I got a whole bunch of them at once. And I need to pick up a full size or 2 because I go through this like nobody's business. Love MAC Fix Plus. Will always use Fix Plus. All right. From there, we're down to mascaras. I love mascara. My lashes are straight. They kind of point down. They don't hold a curl. They're super short. I have the least fabulous lashes ever, and I always want them to look long, to look slightly curled, and to look as close to fake as possible without having to be fake. I don't have the patience or the time for fake lashes, so I try and find a mascara that suits me the best. This first one here, I opened, used twice, didn't like, and this is a Tarte mascara. This is their Man Eater. It was a sample. I'd had it for a long time. Because I love cosmetics, I have a whole drawer of unopened things, a lot of mascaras in there. I wanted to try this, pulled it out, ended up leaving some remnants down here below my eyes. I said, oh, I'm not dealing with raccoon eyes, so never used it again. Yeah, not a favorite. Another Tarte mascara that I love, I don't even think they sell that Man Eater anymore. It must have been a last year thing. This is the Lash Paint, Tarte's Lash Paint. I love this. This came in a BoxyCharm, and I opened that one before I opened the one that I had in my mascara drawer. But I like it. I'm glad I have a backup because now that I'm done with this, I did find that it dried out quicker than my average mascara. And being that it's $20 or $21 a tube, it might be a little too expensive for me to be using it on the regular, but I'm glad I have another one to try later when I'm ready to open up another one. All right. I went through a Dior Addict It Lash. I love luxury mascara. I do. The wand is nice. It's one of those rubber bristle wands, and I know that these sort of wands are not for everybody. I like both these and the fluffy traditional style of mascara brush. This one worked really well. It lengthened. It cost me 30 some odd dollars. I don't know that I would repurchase it, but I definitely wanted to try it. And the packaging, I love the packaging. The packaging to me is everything. But, you know, spending this much money on a mascara, I don't know that I would do that again. Here is a Grandiose from Lancome. I like the packaging for this too. It's beautiful. It also has this really neat bent wand. This is another rubber bristle wand. And I like this because I can quickly approach my eyes from below. And out of all the mascara wands, you'd think I'd figure this out. This one works the best for not getting any mascara on my eyelids. I've been wearing mascara for 30 years, and you'd think by now I would have figured it out. I'm always in too much of a rush. I'm not as careful as I need to be. My hand shakes, or my kids come and bump into me. Mommy, what'd you do to my hair? And poof, mascara everywhere. This one, I found I had a little bit more control like this. You can also use it like this if you want, but I tend to like to blow and push up. I like this one a lot. I would repurchase it if I could get it on sale, because this is $30. And that's a lot for a mascara, but isn't it pretty? The little rose at the top. All right, and the last thing I have is another Lancome product. This is their Art Liner. And this was in a brown shade. You have to shake it up. It's to the point now where there's not much left. But I love that this has this very flexible tip. And it draws very nicely. You can see that it's not that dark. It's skipping in places. It's out of product. You can, the harder you push, the thicker the line. This was the first eyeliner I learned to use when I was in my early 20s, when I was in college. And I've fallen in love with it, and I've continued to purchase it ever since. I have 2 other colors right now, but this will be a repurchase for me as well. I really like this. But that gets me through the rest of my empties. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again later. Bye.